Hey folks, welcome to Roots and Wings. George Bunny, I'm back. Okay. Geopolitics are my thing. It's something I just love to follow. I've always followed. And I know with Iran striking Qatar with 6 missiles today, everybody's getting even a little bit more nervous, thinking about how much further this is going to go. And all I could say is taco. Okay, taco. Nothing's going to happen from here. What's getting ready to happen is later today or tomorrow, China, Russia, and Pakistan are submitting to the UN a ceasefire deal. Everybody's going to take that deal. Israel, Iran, the US, they're going to take that deal. Because the whole premise of this operation was for Israel and the United States to try and gain control of Iran so that they can control that oil there in the Middle East. But that's not going to happen. Those nations are going to remain sovereign. Israel, the United States, have to understand that there's a new world order going, and they're going to have to pay market value like everybody else. This is the new world order. Everybody pays market value. No more theft. No more military threats. No more invasions. This is what it's coming to. So this is only the first phase of that. All that stuff is not going to stop instantaneously because we still have the problems that are going to persist in ironing out what's happening in the Middle East, but also even further down into Africa, down to the west and eastern and south of Africa, because those are the next things that come into play. You have to understand those tariffs that were issued in April, it's like extortion for the world, but that was an attack even at China and Russia and the BRICS coalition. See, because America saw that as a way to slow down BRICS, but it didn't happen that way. The rest of all the global South rallied around the BRICS. This is why America went back to the Middle East to attack Iran. It was never about nuclear weapons. Iran could have had a nuclear weapon last year, year before. They could get one in 2 weeks. They have countries that will supply it to them. North Korea wouldn't blink twice. They would get it at a discount. That's not where they're trying to go. They just want their sovereignty and to do their business the way they want. No more Israeli American dominance. This is not their country. This is what they got to realize. Okay, but getting back to what I was saying. There will be no war. You're going to take the off-ramp. Iran's going to take the deal. Israel's going to take the deal. And Trump's going to take the deal. Because he's in way over his head. You guys must remember, Trump doesn't know history, world history, American history. He doesn't know anything about geopolitics. He just doesn't. Only thing Trump knows how to do is to be angry and hate everybody, which comes to the next problem. Because even after all this is over, America, we're still fucked. Because what this symbolizes, especially to all the major investors, they're going to move the majority of investments to the global South. In truth, that's where the money is. We don't manufacture and make nothing in America. China did not steal technology from us. We gave that to them when we start transferring manufacturing to China. We gave that to them. They didn't have to take it. The fact that they're taking it and running with it, let's not be stupid, folks. Everybody knows, everybody in America that goes to school knows that the Chinese people or the Asian people in your classes are always the best at math overall. So we know that. So let's stop with the pretense that they took our shit. They didn't take nothing from us. But if you give something to them, they're going to make it better. And that's what they've done, even with their society. We have to stop being a society where we try to contain people and stop other nations from doing their thing and focus on being a society that does what we can do. We need to stop attacking our citizens that contribute to things here. It's like this white supremacist government we have in place, which the majority of white people and a lot of people in America voted for because you guys got this. And this is what we're rolling with from here on out, because these guys, it is a white supremacist government. Let's make no mistake about it. They're not just racist or bigoted. They're white supremacists. They have the Nazi swastika. They got the tattoos. They do a number of these people have attended right-wing rallies, Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, or otherwise, in that constituency, in that administration. So let's not pretend that this is not what we brought into place. So that's another problem that we're going to deal with internally after all this war stuff dies down. And the fact that the global South, which is predominantly people of color, are fleeing for two reasons. They recognize the racist bigotry that comes from this administration. They know how they talk to them is totally disrespectful. They know that. You must remember, these countries have dealt with colonizers and colonization and invasions from Britain, from Russia, from America. They've dealt with that. So these little sidebars, these little words that white folks in America tend to act, oh, that means nothing. It means a lot to oppressed people. We understand the verbiage. Maybe you guys don't want to face it and gloss over. We understand that, just like the global South does. China does. They know when J.D. Vance said peasants, they know exactly what he meant. For some reason, Americans and Europeans think that they're the better people than anybody in the world. Let me ask you this. How much have you guys really contributed to this world that makes the other contributions of other peoples and other nations invalid? You use every damn thing that's been invented by people around the world to your advantage. But you want to say the people that created it are idiots, are stupid, are dumber than you, and you're better than them? Man, you people need to get off that bullshit, because it's not true. You are not better than anybody. As a matter of fact, there's many nations that are way better than you in technology and just as humans. America lacks humanity for everybody here that's not white or rich. Even the poor white people here, you guys oppress and do bullshit with. But they still believe in you. They still believe in that American dream. As long as I get up and I do this. No. Just like there's systemic racism, there's systemic classifications of people here that are already set. So even though you may make $100,000 a year, you may be white, you may get some privileges, you're still part of the majority of people that are not in their circle. If this country doesn't learn how to work together with its people, I mean, we'd stand out a snowball's chance in hell. If we can't figure out that, okay, I'm not coming to nobody's house for dinner. You will never see me pop up at your house talking about I'm here for dinner. I'm not moving to Wyoming. I'm not moving to South Dakota. I'm not going to go work in Nebraska. I know there's some black people that have to, but majority of black people, we're not doing that. Hispanic people are not coming unless you want to hire them to be there. Nobody's invading your spaces. Nobody's trying to replace any white folks here. People just want to live and let live. And if we don't learn how to do that, irregardless to Trump, what he's doing, the damage he's already done to this country, the way he's forced us into a decline, even deeper than where we were going, we're not going to collapse, but we're in decline. Investors, corporations, they're taking their business elsewhere. So we're going to have to figure out how we're going to do our money. But the other part of that, we also have to figure out how we're going to do amongst ourselves. And that there is the real problem. It's not the economic, it's not the military, it's the social. Can we work together or not?